E aí, galera, Nightwolf aí mais uma vez com vocês, trazendo mais um novo jogo no canal. Dessa vez, What Remains of Edith Finch, ou O que Restou da Família Finch. Galera, esse jogo aqui é um jogo de caminhada, simulador de caminhada, trama e também um jogo atmosférico, ok? Faz tempo que eu não trago um jogo desse estilo aqui no canal e eu queria muito apresentar isso aqui pra vocês, que é um dos melhores aí do mercado, belezinha? Eu vou tentar falar o menos possível para vocês conseguir sentir a imersão que o jogo quer passar para o jogador, beleza? Então vamos aqui começar.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
O jogo é muito bonito, né? Caramba, velho.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know, or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Bem, tem dois caminhos aqui.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent, as if they're about to say something but never do.
Apertando o Q você consegue dar um zoom na visão.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Bem louco, né, mano?
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Ó, está cheio de jornal ainda do desaparecimento do irmão
I
dela.
asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
A dublação do jogo está impecável, galera. Garagem. Porão. Legal.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Os detalhes da casa nesse jogo é incrível, velho. Muito bem feito, mano.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Será que é ela ali? Pode ser.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Legal. Olha o tanto de comida enlatada, mano. O gato passou bem, hein?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Que?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Rabisa? Em um asilo. Caramba.
Nothing in the
Olha,
house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a
olha
smile with
essa
too many
sala.
teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
A casa original parece. Legal. Olha. O mais interessante é você prestar atenção nos detalhes, porque ficou muito bem feito.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Ok. Bárbara. Ah, eu tenho que girar. Pera aí.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Tá, o irmão dela desapareceu.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Mano, olha isso aqui.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Buracos? Olha que impressionante.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
É tanta coisa pra observar que você se perde, velho. Vinho. Bárbara. 16 anos?
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Ah, ela era uma atriz. Ah, entendi. Legal. Molly. Quantos anos? 10? A mais nova, né? Parece.
I
Bem.
spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
A iluminação está muito bem feita também. Caramba. Legal.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Abriu.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Peraí, eu que tenho que levantar?
Now
Sim.
it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Que bonito, né?
I grew
Olha.
up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being
Ah,
inside
o
for
quarto
the
da
first time,
Molly.
I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Pelo que eu entendi, quando ela morou na casa, parece que não tinha mais ninguém aqui dos Finch. Parece, né? Não sei. Molly, ok.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Legal. Coruja. Que legal, hein? Caramba.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
O diário dela, né?
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Então aqui, ó, galera, a gente está jogando com a Molly, tá? Na época que ela estava viva ainda.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Bem, ela acordou com muita fome ou ela estava sonhando, não sei.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Quê?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Legal.
I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night.
Já sei. Talvez isso que tenha matado ela. Saca?
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Bem, parece aqui que ela estava sonhando. Bem, não sei, galera.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Eu posso olhar.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Ah, certeza então, mano. Opa. Ué, cadê? Ali, ó.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Ué. Pula aqui?
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Não é possível que ela subiu na árvore e caiu. Será que é isso?
And suddenly, I was an
Pode
owl.
ser, galera. Pode ser.
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Ué.
Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
Caramba.
I flew off to find something bigger.
Algo maior. Ok.
A mama rabbit.
Aonde? Uma mamãe coelha. Conquista. Ah lá.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark. I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Agora eu estava com mais fome do que nunca. Talvez essa parte simbolize na história do jogo o jeito que ela morreu por causa da fome.
I wanted fat, juicy
Estou chutando, tá,
seals.
galera?
I tore off her flipper and it tasted really good.
Legal. Lembrando que o jogo mistura uma história fictícia com realismo. Ué? Cadê? Tem? Opa! Aqui, ó. Ai!
I grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
E aí?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Sim. Pera aí, pra onde que eu tenho que ir, galera? Pra cá?
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Bizarro, né, mano? Legal. O meu capitão, né?
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have.
Algo
so
que
I
eu
swam
precisava.
towards it.
Então nadei em sua direção.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer.
Realmente, ela estava sonhando. Só que parece que a história aqui é contada de trás para frente.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Pera aí, lá embaixo é a história dela, né? Depois Bárbara, Calvin, Sam. Ah, eu posso sair aqui? Ok.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Pera
I
aí,
spent a
depois
lot
o
of time in
gato
Great Grandma Edie's room.
foi chamado de Molly, é isso? Lurp. Olha só, mano. Bob.
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
Bárbara, Molly, legal.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son.
Maldição?
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Ah, foram os primeiros. Ah, entendi.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Olha, interessante. Então, assim, conforme você vai explorando a casa, você vai descobrindo mais da história, né? Ué, como que eu saio daqui? Agora foi.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Ela aqui, ó, bem velhinha. Legal.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Homem topeira? Isso depois, né?
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Ah, tá. Ela, a Ed e a mãe dela.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Opa, aqui também? Bem.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look.
Eu tenho que puxar? Ué.
It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Ai, que da hora.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Milton.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Que bonito, mano. Caramba. Sensacional game.
And that he never talked about him.
Bem, galera, acho que até aqui está bom, ok? Não quero mais dar spoiler, ainda mais para quem não conhecia o jogo. Fica essa dica. Se você já conhecia, deixa aí nos comentários, tá? O que vocês acharam, se já jogaram. É um jogo rico em história, galera, mais casual. Deixem um gostei também, compartilhem e até o próximo vídeo. Valeu!